Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the third episode of Let Me Be Your Lunch Buddy. Today we're eating. So, I'm still wearing the same shirt because it is the same day. Ha ha ha. I ordered another thing, which is fried crispy tofu. So in Indonesian, tofu is called tahu, and I know it sounds kind of similar with tofu itself. So I ordered two things here: a bag of fried tofu and one single bistro or chocolate banana fritters or pie. Does this look like a pie? Yeah, I think it's a pie, like fried pie. All right, so tofu. You can see it. Can you see it? This is like the best fried tofu I can find in Shopee Food or Grab. I actually think this is better than the other tofu with like franchise branding. Okay, so let's jump to the history. So tofu is another one from China. And you know that in Japanese it's still tofu and in Chinese it's like tofu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically it all sounds the same in every region, including in Korea. In Korea it's tubu. And a little backstory. So I've been learning Korean for quite some time. And I remember when I was in middle school, I watched this drama called 가족 일이 왜 이래. So 가족 일이 왜 이래. If I'm not mistaken, it was in KBS drama. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been so long. And the main lore actually revolves around the tofu shop that the main character's dad has been running for like his whole entire life. So from that drama, I heard the name tofu being mentioned so many times, like
두부. 두부가 좋아?
and in other drama it was also mentioned, especially whenever people are coming out of prison. Okay, so nowadays, if you're from the West, like if you're a European or an American, I'm pretty sure that you're also familiar
with tofu.
as a meat substitute for vegan and vegetarian people because it's naturally good in taste, and you can make firm tofu by like pressing it down with anything flat, and it'll look like and taste like meat. Maybe it won't taste like meat, but the texture will be a bit similar. So tofu making was first recorded during the Han Dynasty. And when is that, my friends? So Han Dynasty is the dynasty right after Qin. It lasted from between 206 until 202 BC. So it is made by like coagulating soy milk, like not blended, like it's spicy by the way, the bird's eye chili. Mashed soybeans, or you can say soy milk nowadays. It is made by coagulating soy milk and pressing the curd. And if you watch any video about how tofu is made, you will see that it is very similar to how people in European countries made cheese. The difference is just that tofu is non-dairy. It was believed that it's definitely recorded during the Han Dynasty. It is probably one of the oldest soy-based foods in history. And there are several theories about how tofu was first made. One theory says that it was discovered when someone accidentally mixed ground soybean with impure sea salt containing magnesium and calcium. And these natural salts, they made the ground soybean curdle. Like it forms curds. But another theory says that the Chinese might have started inventing curding technique by observing how the Mongolians made cheese curds from milk. So regardless of its exact origin, because we can't just go back in time, tofu gradually became an important part of the Chinese cuisine. However, it was not until the Song dynasty. When is that? The Song dynasty was the dynasty that lasted from 960 to 1279. So starting from that, tofu became popular all across the land of China. And it was popular among ordinary people. Can you see that the insides are like hollow? Wow. That's what makes it so crispy, and you can just pour the sambal like this inside of it. Now it kind of reminds me of pani puri, except this one, the puri, is it the puri or the pani? It's tofu, and the insides are this sambal. And in ancient China, was tofu was even offered at graves during rituals because they believed that spirits, they don't have jaws. Yeah, they have no jaws, and they need something soft to eat. And you know that tofu is very soft, except if it's firm tofu. So from China, tofu spreads all across Asia along with the spread of Buddhism. Why? The reason is similar um to how people usually use tofu today. It's because of vegetarianism. So you know that Buddhist monks, they often adapt a vegetarian diet. And that's why they brought tofu with them while trying to spread the belief. Sorry, the belief. So in Japan, tofu was first introduced during the Nara period, and at first it was considered a special or luxury food, and it was served in temples, not at homes. Over time, the Japanese cooks, they discovered more and more techniques that they even invented the silken tofu, the tofu that we love. And by the Edo period, tofu had become extremely popular. And in 1782, there's a cookbook titled Tofu Hyakuchen. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry guys. Which listed 100 different tofu recipes. And in Korea, dubu become main ingredient for a lot of stews like sundubu jjigae. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, again, we fried it. We fried it. We even put it in flour in a batter, and we deep fried it. Sawit, sawit, sawit. And today, tofu is known not only in Asia, it is a staple everywhere around the world. So the next time you eat tofu and you're just trying to be more mindful and you're just trying to be like more appreciative toward your food, you can think of its history like this. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next. What was this series called? Oh yeah, let me be your lunch buddy. Bye.